Welcome to the Expert in You podcast, the show for professional entrepreneurs, experts, authors, speakers, coaches, and consultants who are ready to elevate their business, expand their influence, and boost their bank accounts. Join us as we dive deep with industry-leading experts who share their top strategies, invaluable insights, practical tips, and personal experiences to help you achieve extraordinary growth and success. Whether you're looking to sharpen your skills, stay ahead of the curve, or find that competitive edge, this podcast is your ultimate resource for unlocking your full potential. So tune in, get inspired, grab your coffee, and let's unlock the expert in you. Can you do 100K in a day in your coaching, consulting, or professional service business? I want to share with you how to have 100K days or even more. But here's the thing. I want to show you how to do it with high-end clients, with premium services, and I want to show you how to do this as a rinse and repeat system that you can put into your business to do this whenever you want. This is how you can have unlimited growth. Now, before I jump in and go through my 4-step system, I want you to know that I cannot promise you that because you watch this video or even go back and try to do the things I'm talking about, I cannot promise that you're going to have a $100,000 day, okay? But I am going to show you the system that I use in my own business to be able to do this and the system that I have for my clients who are ready to also do this in their business. So that's what I'm going to walk you through. All right, so I'm going to go through a formula that I have created through the years that it's so impactful, first of all, that I used to run it live. I used to do these things live. But then when I came online, I found that it was so much more powerful virtually. And the reason for that is, number one, I didn't have to go rent a room. I did not have to get food. I could play all over the world and not just in my local market. And so I used to love to run small workshops, small intimate events, seminars, and then close the room. When I say close the room, close people into my offers, into my services. But when I learned how to do this virtually, it was a complete game changer. And so the thing I love about a virtual stage is you can create one anytime you want. You can change your target market anywhere in the world, anytime you want. You could run these 2 or 3 times a month if you wanted to, or every week if you wanted to. It really is. It's unlimited what you can accomplish when you learn this system. So that's what I'm excited to share with you. The first time I ran this virtually and kind of dialed in my system, I had my first $150,000 virtual event that I did. So let's dive into the 4-step system. And again, not making any promises or claims. This is not get rich. There are some moving parts that go into this. You do have to be good at what you do. I just want to talk about that. You want to build your workshops around things that you're good at, things that other people value and would want. And so there's some strategy, right, that goes behind this. But let's go ahead and dive in and I'll walk you through the system. And I hope you're taking some notes. So in this 4-step process, all of these steps start with an E. And I like to do things like that when I'm creating offers because it makes it really simple and easy for people to remember. So the first step is establish the goal. If you're going to run a virtual event, now that could be a 3 or 4 hour workshop, that could be a 2-day event. When I say 2 days, you're still talking about probably 4, 5, 6 hours. You're not talking about 6 hours each day. You don't need to do that. But first, establish the goal that you want to be able to achieve from your virtual event and also what you're going to be selling. So what is the offer you're going to be making? What are you trying to move people to from that event? You have to establish this first. So if you want to make $100,000 from your event, or maybe you want to make $150,000, what is it you're going to sell to make that amount of money? Let's just use a $10,000 offer and say that you want to make $100,000 on your event. And so your offer is $10,000. Well, you know you're going to have to close 10 sales to be able to make that $100,000. Now you can see that that's not probably going to be super difficult if you put the right people in the room and you put the right amount of people in the room. And so this is the next thing when you're establishing the goal. It's what are you going to sell? It's how much money do you want to make? How many sales do you need to make? And then how many people do you need to have in the room to make that amount of sales? So let's just say you're a pretty good closer, or maybe it's your first event and you're not sure how you're going to close. Let's say that you can close at a 25% rate in your first event, okay? Because you have the right system in place, the right strategy. Well, that means you're going to have 40 people in the room to close 10 sales. So 40 people is not the same as having hundreds of people in the room, which is what you see a lot of gurus out there doing, right? They have hundreds of people in the room. And with a premium model like this, and keeping your workshops and your virtual events intimate and small, you don't have to have as many people. You can literally do this. You can do 100K days with a handful of people. And that's the beauty of this type of a model. I love this because, again, you can run them whenever you want. You can create your own stage, and you can do them as often as you want to be able to build your business and really grow your business into multiple 6 and 7 figures. I mean, just think about this. If you ran one event a month and you could make $100,000 at least in every event, by the end of the year, you've got a $1.2 million business. So it's really a powerful strategy to be able to use in your business and to have that scalability and also have predictability and consistency when you really get this dialed in. So it's such a great way to grow your business. All right, so establish the goal. What are you selling? How many people do you need to have in the room to make the sales that you want, right? What's the amount, the price of the offer? And then how many sales do you have to make? So that would be establishing the goal. The second step is engineer the event. All right. When are you going to have the event? How long is the event going to be? Remember, I said it could be 3 to 4 hours. It could be 2 days. And 2 days doesn't mean 2 full days. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about maybe 2.5 to 3 hours each day. Here's what I want you to know. The higher the offer, the more time you want with them. So if you're selling something for $25 or $30 or $50,000, you're probably going to want to go more the 2-day event. But it's not cookie cutter. There's not a one size fits all. These are all pieces that I help people figure out. But you're going to want more time with people if you're closing them into something higher. So the longer you're with them, the more likely you're going to be able to close them into those much higher packages and offers. But think about this. If you're selling something for $25,000, you only need 4 sales to have a $100,000 event, right? Okay, so you want to engineer the event. So when are you going to have it? How long is it going to be? The other thing is, what is going to be the title of the event? Now, you need to know who the event's going to be for. And when you set up the title should actually sell your event. It should pull the right people to want to come to your event. So this is really important. Also, think about the content that you're going to have in the event. And I like to say your content should lead people and influence people all along the way to want to buy more from you at the end of the event. So as you're doing great content with them and you're really teaching and educating in your event and you're really giving and you're serving, it should also be naturally leading people. Your content should be leading people to want to purchase and go deeper with you and actually get your help on the things that you're talking about. So that's the best way to structure the event. The other thing is, how are you going to actually fill the event? So when I say engineer the event, this is like all the pieces that you're going to need. So your content, your title, when you're going to have it, the date, the time, how long it's going to be, and then also how are you going to promote it and what are the ways you're going to fill the room. So these are all parts of engineering the event. Hi, friend. I have an exciting announcement. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Expert in You podcast, but I have to ask you, have you checked out the latest issue of Expert in You magazine yet? It's jam-packed with rich content, powerful strategies, inspiring stories, and so much more to help you elevate your business and personal growth. Don't miss out. Go grab your digital copy now and join our community of experts making a difference every day. Go to expertinyoumagazine.com and check out your digital copy today. Transform your expertise into success with Expert in You magazine. It's not just a publication, it is a movement. Step number 3 is execute. So execute is when you actually fill the event. You go out, you get the people in. Now, there are a lot of ways to fill the events, a lot of ways. I see a lot of coaches and consultants, professionals who say, I don't like doing events because they're too hard to fill. A great way to fill your event is if you want to bring in a speaker, someone who complements your services. They have your perfect audience, but they don't do what you do. You can actually invite them in to speak at your event, and then you can promote it to their audience and get people from their audience to come into the event. Now, you can also do a revenue share. So when that person comes in and speaks, you can offer to give them a percentage of any sales that are made from the people that they brought into the event. So there's a lot of ways to structure this. That's a way to really kind of do it for free, like without running paid ads. Some other ways to promote it is you can do outreach with virtual assistants. You can promote it everywhere on social media, let people know you're running this event, have them go register. One of the things that I do recommend is you have some sort of a qualification process, and you make your event more of a VIP event where you're only allowing the right people into the room. This will help you with your conversion as well. Now, you can also have people pay to come to your event. That's another way. I personally love the VIP strategy instead of the paid strategy, because even with the paid strategy, you will get a lot of the wrong people in the room. When you do the VIP strategy, you don't have to have as many people, but you're pulling the right people into the room. And so your conversion can be a lot higher. I've had conversions be 50 and 60% in my events when I've pulled the right people into the room. So I love a VIP model or a VIP strategy. But that being said, you can charge a little bit of money for people to come to your events and then, pull as many people into the room. You can run paid ads. You can do joint venture partnerships with people where they are cross promoting to their audience. So there's a lot of ways to fill events. And again, you can be promoting this everywhere with everything that you do in your content. If you're already doing things on social media or you're out there networking, you're just promoting your event. You're trying to move the right people into your event. So I believe that if you're having trouble and you feel like it's just draining to promote your event or to get people into your event, I believe that you've got a disconnect in how you're doing things. So that needs to be tightened up, and that can help you. All right. So execute. So you fill the event. Now you have to host the event, right? And when you host the event, you really want to just show up and have fun and serve and really just be there for people and show them your expertise, but also give them real value. And again, you want to be able to move them down what we call that buyer's journey. The whole idea of an event that's face to face, where you're virtual and you're in a room with them, the whole idea of that is that you're really building that connection. You're breaking down those walls. You're building the know, like, and trust with people. And they're really seeing your expertise, and they're seeing what it would be like to work with you. So it's really powerful. And that's the thing I love about it so much. And you get to really connect with people. And when you have a room that's smaller, where maybe you only have 20 or 30 or 40 people in the room, you get to know people and you get to really connect with them. So it's super powerful. And this is also, though, why the conversion is really high, again, when you pull the right people into the room. So once you're hosting that event, you want to, again, you give the value and you build that relationship with them and you build that connection with them. And then step number 4 is what I call earn. And earn is where you actually get to make your closing. You share with them what it is you offer and how they can take a next step with you. And then you also need a great follow-up system as well when you are closing in this event. And when I say earn, there are a few different ways you can do this. And when I work with people, I help them structure the best way. But you can do things like they make a down payment, and then maybe you work with them on a funding option. Again, this is a really powerful way to get more people into your program or into your services, is offering some sort of a funding option. It also puts more money in your bank account. I have other videos out there talking about this, so I'm not going to go deep into that. But there are other ways that you can set up payment plans with people. I do recommend you don't be the bank, especially if you're not in a position where you have millions of dollars sitting around and the money is, if you're in a position where you really need the money to grow your business and you need the cash flow, then you want to be careful not to be the bank, because that can really set you back and can make it very difficult for you to scale and to build this into a more premium scalable model. Because when you have the cash flow, you can now build a team and you can ramp this up and you can actually run more events. This is where you get to actually just show up and do the fun stuff. And everybody else is doing the marketing for you and pulling people into the room, and you just get to show up and do what you're so great at doing. So with the earning, though, you also need a follow-up system, a way to, if people are coming on board right inside that event, they've made maybe a down payment or a deposit, then you're getting on a call with them to either set them up on the funding or to move them into next steps to get their payments. All of those things are pieces. But even having a follow-up system where you're getting testimonials about what people got from the event, that gives you great feedback as well. So this is all part of sort of the earn, which is the sales process, right? And even the follow-up. So let me go through the 4 steps again. Number 1 was establish the goal. Number 2 was engineer the event. Number 3 is execute the event. And number 4 is earn and put the money in the bank and help your clients. Give them what they are buying. So I hope you found this valuable. If you want to have 100K days, if you want to learn the system to have 100K days, if you want help to be able to implement this into your business, then I want you to book a call with me at acarden.com, and we can actually strategize in a VIP day, or we can talk about what it looks like to work together to be able to do this in your business. And here's the cool thing. Once you do this, you will have this system to do it over and over and over again, rinse and repeat. It is powerful. So I would love to speak with you. If this sounds exciting to you and something you're ready to do and you really are excellent at what you do, then let's have a conversation at acarden.com and we'll talk about what that looks like working together. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in today. If you're as excited as I am about scaling up your influence, business, and bank account, then I have just the thing for you. But first, make sure you subscribe to the show. Second, make sure you share it with someone you care about, because sharing is caring. And third, head on over to join me in my next free virtual exclusive workshop, where we'll explore proven strategies to boost your business and maximize your potential. Look, it doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you're looking to take your business to the next level, my workshops are designed for you. So head on over to expertinyouworkshop.com to reserve your spot and get ready to transform your expertise into extraordinary success. I'm looking forward to seeing you there and helping you achieve incredible growth. Until next time, make sure you're always seeking the expert in you, and God bless. Have an amazing day.